Hello, fellow backpackers. Welcome back to my series, Mistakes I've Made Backpacking. I'm Shelby, a hiking and backpacking guide in Colorado, and today we're tackling another common mistake, bringing too much food or being on the other side and not bringing enough. These are both something that I've struggled with in the past, and it can really weigh you down or tear you down depending on which side you ended up on. Unless you are planning a long trip where you don't have a choice but to carry all of your food, there is absolutely no reason to be carrying a pantry on your back. We all love options, but there's definitely a line to this. We're going to dig into all of it, but before we do, I'd love for you to take a quick moment to like this video and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any future hiking and backpacking tips. All right, let's talk about smarter ways to pack your food for backpacking trips. It's all about planning, measuring, and packing just what you need. I've got some practical tips and tools that can help streamline this process and lighten your load for your adventures. First up, calorie counting is key, and I don't mean calorie counting in the way you think. This is truly just the best way to make sure that you're consuming enough energy during your trip. So to do that, you need to figure out how much energy you'll burn on your trip and then pack accordingly. There are great apps and websites that can help with this. Personally, I use the one by Backcountry Foodie, and I have the link in the description below for you. This really helps me calculate my daily calorie needs based on the intensity and duration of my hikes. Now that you know how much fuel you should bring, next measure and or weigh out your food, count your calories. This ensures you're not bringing too much or too little. Ideally, you bring a little extra just in case. According to the 10 essentials, you should always have an extra day's worth of food with you, but don't overcomplicate this. An extra day's worth of food could be as simple as a few extra bars. And then a small digital food scale can be a game changer. So weigh out your portions at home and then pack them into lightweight resealable bags. This also helps a ton with unnecessary bulk in your pack or food storage bag. Now for some packing tips. Dehydrated meals are fantastic because they're lightweight and calorie dense. Just be sure to repackage them into smaller bags like I mentioned to save space. I really love using these freezer safe Ziploc bags because they're super durable and compact. They work fine with hot water, especially in a warm food koozie like I have right here. And they are also really easy to clean so you can reuse them. For snacks, I really like to go for high calorie, low weight options like nuts, seeds, dried fruit. Protein bars and energy gels are also great. And don't forget to pack a few fun treats. It's always nice to have a little morale boost on the trail, especially on long or hard hikes. And when it comes to packing food for your hiking specifically, remember that balance is key. So you really want to pack a mix of proteins, carbs, and fats to keep your energy levels steady throughout your trip. I think when it comes to packing food for backpacking trips, especially if you're just getting into backpacking, is to assess and adjust. And I've mentioned this before when it comes to other pieces of packing for a trip, but it relates to food just as much. So after each trip, you really want to take stock of what you actually ate versus what you brought, and then make note of what you really wanted to eat versus what got pushed towards the end of your trip and you just kind of ate because it was the last thing that you had. For me, that's usually protein bars. And then it's totally fun to ask yourself, did you overpack on food? Could you have packed or eaten more? And then use this information to refine your grocery list for future trips. I actually really like to keep a list in my notes app with different snack options, mainly a list of my favorite snacks that I can kind of cycle through my trips so I don't get stuck eating the same things all the time and then not enjoy them as much on my hikes. So there you have it. Avoid the mistake of overpacking food on your trips by planning, measuring, and then packing smart. Try to be realistic about how much you'll really need, and don't forget to check the description below for the link to the tool I use to track how much to bring on my trips. Be sure to like this video, comment below, and tell me what some of your favorite hiking snacks are. I'm always looking for new ones. And then subscribe for more backpacking tips and gear recs. Until next time, keep on trekking and let me know how you like this series and what you want to see next. Happy trails.